came back. In '68, there was still nothing known as PTSD. It was only in 1980 that PTSD was formally recognized and established and embraced as a mental disorder caused, what could be caused by combat. And that was the beginning of the evolution of PTSD. And it was still not until 9/11 that this country had an opportunity to see it close up.
Of this country and lived in the TP for 11 years. I wrote books. I self-healed my mind because I was a murderer. My thoughts was a murderous thought, while my friends that was with me was going into prison left and right. I was running from prison when I went up in the mountains, but post-stress syndrome started in the streets of Chicago when I was a teenager. If you want to know which war zone should I put in there.
But the VA is not going to pay for it.
But the VA ain't going to pay for it. Right, they ain't going to pay for that. So I was drafted with that disease. And all you had to do was point me in the direction you wanted me to go, and somebody was going to get hurt. I had been suffering for 50 years with post-stress syndrome and didn't know it until I took the research.
So blessed, brother. Guys that like that come out of my period are still incarcerated.
That's right.
They're still doing lives without parole.
I went to penitentiary in 1978. There were 500 Vietnam veterans in Atlanta Federal Penitentiary. And they were there for violent, killing, and all kinds of stuff. So, when I went, it was before PTSD was acknowledged. So there are many cases of veterans coming back and being violent, all kind of crazy stuff, but they didn't get documented at PTSD. They put me there.
Some of the symptoms of PTSD, I feel like I've encountered because of some things that happened in my life that I didn't understand at the time. For example, I was married for 23 years and I'm divorced now. I can't tell you why I'm divorced.
I don't say it's post-stress, but I say that I am an angry warrior. Now, if the sickness of war is the reason why I'm a non-citizen.
Veterans that are suffering from post-traumatic stress that feel we have earned those benefits. How do you tell us to proceed?
Well, I probably told me that I earned them.
Yeah.
And they have gave me an eligibility to receive them. I'm now I've been waiting for that letter to come for over 36 years. It hasn't came yet. Somebody told me I should reapply. But the government has all of those records already. And they already have made a decision. It's who they want to, or who's in charge of selecting the veterans that receive. That's the person that you got to get around. Because it is not the system. Basically, the system will work for us, and we will collect for our ills and pains. But the ones that's running the system has not changed. And so you as a man of color, you do not really deserve the rights that me, a Caucasian man of less color, deserves.
I'm married to Powers, that's my husband, 36 years. We have 6 children, 19 grandchildren, 2 great-grand. I'm angry. I'm real angry because there needs to be a support system, and we file for medical records and addresses have been changed, and you get discouraged. When he gets angry, you kind of bag off and, chill and so forth. However, by the grace of God, our marriage has lasted as long as it has.
Well, you need a mellow.
Yeah, I got a lot of us veterans bring claims to the organization but a lot of us also fail to go to the hospital. You cannot present a claim and don't have proper diagnosis when you go see a doctor. How they gonna judge what's wrong with you if you don't have the proper paperwork? And a lot of us do file claims and don't have paperwork. They had never been to the VA or no other government facility and expect something to be done. So you gotta start crawling before you walk. You gotta think about the diagnosis of the doctors and make sure they put it down when you go see. If you even got a headache, make sure that doctor put it in the computer. That John Doe saw me so many times that he had a headache. I'm retired from the VA hospital. All my medical records, doctors, etc., is right there at the VA hospital. Although I don't been to several mental hospitals, 30 days, 45 days, whatever time the doctor so deeming that you need treatment, the paperwork still trickle back down to the VA hospital.
To be down there, to consider yourself, like you say, you're proud of being a veteran. Yeah, you're proud of being a veteran. Go down there, when you're a veteran, then there's a difference between your color and stuff like that. And then you throwing all these hellish conditions on people. That's sick, man. Mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically. Everybody's walking down, man. Like this brother right here. Only reason why, and like you, only reason why I'm not in prison, because they never called me. They never called me. I used to run the police off the street. I'll tell you about my condition. And I hate it with a passion. Because I'm not the person I was when I was 8. You got all these people. I'm tired of teaching doctors, interns, and all other places. I'm tired of teaching them. You feel me? I'm tired of teaching social workers. I'm tired, like you said, I'm tired of going up there talking to the representatives that don't know nothing. You understand? I'm Navy. And it makes so bad. See, they very rarely acknowledge the Navy.
You're right about that. I'm Navy also.
You understand me? Right. So I have to be very, being at my age, I'm 78 years old. You see, for this brother right here, for him to go through what he got to go through, stuff like that, if people knew the side effects of war before they went in there, won't nobody go in there. I don't care how proud I'm supposed to be. I don't care how many ribbons I would have got. I wouldn't have went in there. I would have let this sucker burn down. I don't care. But what I suffered, like the lady said, what my family has suffered, I see all the side effects of my kids. You understand me? I'm on my second marriage. You understand me? This thing is so traumatic. See, I on TV, I got traumatic brain injury. I had a flashback. That's why I got this. Part of my head is gone. I had a flashback when I saw the Vietnamese face. And I told this 100 times, and all the administrators, the board, the VA, and they tell you the same old record that you got to prove it. You understand me? It's a disgrace. It's a total disgrace. You see, you don't supposed to treat people like this. I agree. So, like you say, short change is the right thing, but like you say, you need a mass protest, man. You need a massive people to get together, man. And just tell them to go ahead and shut this MF down and be done with it. And go and get these people what they need. Because if your foot ain't gone, your leg gone. All your insides is cut out, or the chemicals are eating you up. When you're so mentally deranged, you don't trust nobody. I'll move like 6 or 7 times. You know what I mean? Everywhere I move, if there's bushes in the back, I got to cut them all down. Yep. I got to cut all of them down.
I still see that as red tape, as deterrent to disencourage veterans, period. Well, they send, if the main office is right there, even if they overtaxed with people, that's why he's in the situation, because they are overtaxed with people not being able to work those claims. But I do see it as a deterrent. As becoming the new president of the chapter, I have a progressive agenda, but the membership is critical. There are strategies that we already have in place. Miguel and I have discussed it, and we know how to even go to the highest level to get the response, but that's not necessarily the issue. Unity is the secret to any organization, and unless you have the members who are on board with the main idea, then you're just going up the river without a paddle. And as we mature in age, we feel less energetic about doing anything. So I'm like this. I'm going for the biggest bang for my buck right now under this administration. I'm worse than you. You say you tired. I got nothing to lose. So I'm all in. And I see it that way, and I'm going to make my dividends pay sometime for somebody. If it's not me, at least they know, hey, he hit the ball.
Hey, I don't care what they say. I'm just me at the end of the day. With my flaws and all, the mirror ain't lying, y'all. 'Cause this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me, this is me. I just wanna live the life that was meant for me.
Now let me introduce you to a young man, 5'10", dark-skinned son of an immigrant. And a couple years ago made a decision that would change his life forever, ever changing this and that. Joined the military eventually in Iraq. Incumbent but wasn't allowed to fire back. Now he can never sleep, afraid of who might attack. He'll never be the same, hopefully you pardon that. Anger management, Zoloft and Ambien never seem to stop the sweat, how could you imagine it? Now he can never even see in a close proximity without his heart racing. If it was just you and me, only thing that can really ease the pain is a bottle of vodka, paper and a pen. Rhythm of an instrumental has become so instrumental, like a therapy session to help forget the detrimental.
Hey, I don't care what they say. I'm just me at the end of the day. With my flaws and all, the mirror ain't lying, y'all. 'Cause this is me, this is me, this is me. 'Cause this is me, this is me. I just wanna live the life that was meant for me.
I can't sleep without alcohol in my system. I feel I'm locked up in a cell, stuck in prison. These night terrors and nightmares, reality. But I keep trying not to let the bullshit get to me. It comes and goes away, but lately it just stays close. Post-traumatic stress disorder, I've been diagnosed. And my weak mind is supposed to be on me strong. I'm supposed to be a hard truth, the homie's dead and gone. I'm steady shaking, I get pissed off too easy. I wanna be alone, tell myself I'm like, leave me. People close to me, they scared and they say I changed. Patron shots to the dome, know how to weigh the pain. Don't wanna talk about it, yeah, you wouldn't understand. I keep it bottled deep inside, yeah, that's the plan. Keep them pills, keep them straight far away from me. 'Cause it's the life and I guess it was meant for me.
Hey, I don't care what they say. I'm just me at the end of the day. With my flaws and all, the mirror ain't lying, y'all. 'Cause this is me, this is me.